First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful that you two guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawad Bar from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And as you see on my phone screen here, I got integrative preparedness. This is this guy's YouTube channel. That guy name is Steve. I listen to him. A lot of times he brings out some good information. A lot of times he just says things that make for a very good lesson. In this particular case, he says some things that make for a very good lesson. As you see, the title of his video is Civil War Starts Wednesday. And let me just get the Copyright Act of 1976. I'm not using this for any type of financial or monetarily gain. I'm just using this for educational and teaching purposes only. But this guy is hitting, he's making a few points about if Kamala gets into office, what's going to happen. And he's also making a point about if Trump gets into office, what's going to happen. I would advise brothers to look at the whole thing. I looked at half of it up to about 15 minutes. But this part right here was what I wanted to kind of like touch on. Right there in the middle of it, like around 7 minutes or so. I'm going to play about a little bit, about 2 minutes of it and let y'all hear it. But hey, this is what the prophets out here have been telling people. It's about to be a lot of chaos coming, and people got their head in the sand. People got their head in the sand. So I'm going to let him play, but before I do that, I had a scripture pulled up, which is Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. All the prophets that have been before us, all the ones in the past, your Daniels, your Ezekiels, all them guys are here today, but they prophesied back then. If people can understand, they prophesied of wars, pestilence, of nothing but chaos that's coming. The same thing that's happening now. Anyone that sit up here and think that this world is about to be a happy, happy, joy world and everything is about to go back to the way it was, you out of your goddamn mind. Civil War, have and have not wars, World War III, all that is coming. All that is right here. Staring you right in your face. It's just a matter of time before it's full blown. And then what this guy is about to say in this video, it makes a lot of sense. And we pray, I hope and pray that everything he says pretty much happens. If you look at the whole video, you have to look at the whole thing on what some of the stuff he says. But I'm just going to hit some of the main parts he talk about. So with that, hey man, that's what the brothers out there on the highways and byways are preaching. Hey, this place is through. You gonna, and if you ain't part of the 1/3 elect over here in Babylon the Great, and the elect that's gonna get gathered from the four winds, you're gonna be part of that destruction. 2/3 over here, and the rebels around the world. So with that, let me go ahead and let this man play.
I'm not going to be disgusted with somebody else, but I'll be flabbergasted and disappointed. What we're going to see now is if there is a Kamala Harris victory, they're going to continue at warp speed on the trajectory they've been on. They're going to continue to eat away our rights. We are going to be covered in regulation and restrictions. What we have experienced, and many say they don't like, in the past is going to feel like nothing compared to what's coming. Now that's going to be a test. That's going to be a test for all the people who have been talking big on the right about when are we going to stand up? When are we going to stand up? My contention is most of them won't. Most of them won't. But there will be some that, depending on what happens with this election, there will be some who will reach their breaking point. And then we will see what happens. More on that in a minute. If Trump wins, I believe that the other side, the left, will go from a revolution, a quiet revolution, to a civil war, meaning now, a civil war, remember, is when two or more groups are fighting for control of the same government, as opposed to a revolution, which is an attempted overthrow of a government. Okay? So we are now going to go into a civil war. They don't want to overthrow the government. They want to control the government. See how that makes it a civil war, not a.
So I'm gonna stop it right there. So you heard what he said. He stood up here and said that, hey, he said if Kamala gets in, he said he know that they want to take away all your rights, all your stuff, everything. And he stood up here and said that they're gonna keep going with their agenda. But he stood up here and said if Trump get in, he said that he don't think that what he's pretty much saying is Democrats are gonna go down with a fight. He said he think it's gonna be a civil war. Either way it goes, it doesn't matter who gets in. This place is through. It don't matter. You know. Now, going off what he was sitting up here saying before I get to the other part that I want to talk about, he was talking about, hey, them rights and stuff taken away. They've been doing that. You know, they've been trying to focus on these gun laws, man. They want to definitely take away the guns. They want to take away freedom of speech. All that is about to go out the window. All that is about to go bye-bye. So with that, let me sit up here and grab this real quick. I'm going to sit up here and grab, what is that? Micah chapter 2. In verse 1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their heads. These motherfuckers always thinking of some type of evil shit, man. Division is one of the main things that they're using as a tool to sit up here and bring in their new world order. Because the more chaos that the more chaos they can bring, the more quicker they can come with their order out of KO. You know, hey, well, we got the solution here if everyone does this and this and that. We got the solution here after everyone does this and this and that. And also, they know that chaos brings a lot of death and destruction. The Georgia Guidestones are still they still want to try to keep the population at a very low amount. The Georgia Guidestone says 500 million. As we know, it's at least close to 8 billion people, if not more, on the planet. You know, due to their census. You know, Esau lies about every goddamn thing. Can't trust his eyes. But they working that evil upon their beds. Everything they doing, coming up with their laws, you know, their bullshit ass justice system, the division that they're causing, all this working evil upon their beds just to get their new world order in. That's what they want. You know, and here's the other thing, the laws that they come up with. Let's go to Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs Psalms. What is that, Psalms 94? Let's go to Psalms. Psalms 94 and what? 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which framest mischief by law? All they laws and all the shit they talking about doing away with. Hey, these white motherfuckers ready to pounce on everything, man, because they see their world is crumbling. They see America, Babylon the Great, is sinking into a hole. You know, all these laws, statutes, and all the stuff that these motherfuckers, what they blame Kamala, Biden, and all the Democrats for, you know, for all these laws and statutes, which is mischief. Trying to take away the gun rights, trying to sit up there, man, freedom of speech, get rid of YouTube, Facebook, and everything else. I think TikTok they already trying to get rid of if they haven't gotten rid of it already. You know, but all this is framing mischief by law. Hey, I'm gonna sit up here. We're gonna put these laws in to sit up here and say, well, you can't do this and do that. Same thing they did when the CV had hit in 2020. Put all them motherfucking laws in, wicked ass laws saying if you don't do this and you don't do this, you can't go back to work. You don't do this. That's what these damn devils do. To cause more problems, to cause more headache, and to get you to sit up here and bow down to them. But that's how they cause that mischief, man. You know, and a lot of people bow down, man. And at the same time, when the C-hip come, a lot of people are going to bow down the same way, man, because they ain't going to want to give up them goodies. They ain't going to want to give up that money. They ain't going to want to give up that what they call so-called freedoms. Man, this place is through, man. Get it out. Just get it in your mind. This place is over with. It's done for. So with that, man, let me sit up here and say, and when he's talking about division, you know, I'll grab Isaiah 19 real quick. Hey, how you doing? Division. This is Isaiah 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it, man. This whole place, man, is government. Everything is about to be destroyed, man. When he come on those clouds are them chariots, you know, the vehicles of the Lord. He's coming with the nuclear missiles and that chariot fire to destroy this place. How this place going to be moved? The nuclear missiles hitting the ground, Just think about nuclear missiles hitting the ground, the tons and the power and the force. It's going to shake the whole earth, you know, burn everything. But here's the point. Isaiah 19:2, and I will set Egyptian against Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And right now, you're going to see that everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, because you see the division right now. Not just with the Democrats and the Republicans, which is some bullshit. It's more to sit up here and get division amongst the people. That's what it is. You got to understand, man, they different sides, they different wings. They're the left and the right wing on the same bird. They're going to fly the same way. You know? They causing that division amongst the people. Because once they get that division amongst the people, guess what? They could come in with all the laws, statutes they can, martial law and all these troops to get order. And also to get that destruction that they want and the murder and the death that they want. You know? Because, yeah, they want the populace to die off. Trust me, they want a lot of the population to die off as much as they can over here in this country. That's just facts. These elites, man, got these motherfuckers moving them around like puppets, man. So with that, man, let me sit up here and go over to Matthew. Because this is what's coming, man. You know, you're going to have that Egyptian against Egyptian. You got that civil war, man. This is Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And yeah, the disciples, man, they was hoping for it right then and there. But they asked Yahweh right then and there, what's going to be the sign of the end of the world? What's going to be the sign of your coming? And what did Yahweh say? It says right here, Matthew 24 and 4. And Yahweh answered them and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahweh Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And that also even gives you a little short thing of, hey, reincarnation. Let no man deceive you when all hell break loose. You know? They standing and they lie. You know? Let no man deceive you, man. You're going to have a lot of motherfuckers out here sitting up here saying that ain't nothing going to happen. Talking about China going to be next world war power or Russia and all sorts of bullshit. That's not going to happen. It says Jacob is Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. No. When this world is destroyed, it's going to be the time of the Israelites, beginning with Yahweh Shai, King David, the 12, the 144, the rest of the 144 elect, the elect. And then our 2/3 that's going to come back in on the other side. You know? There ain't going to be no motherfucking other rulership after this one. Esau rulership is the end. It's over. Romans 2.0. His time is done. Now it's about to be a righteous rulership. And Salakia for all the talking. This is Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And these sorrows been going on for quite some time. Hurricane Helen. Look at Hurricane Helen just passed through. Hurricane Milton. Sinkholes. You're talking about mudslides. You're talking about tsunamis. You're talking about tornadoes hitting here and there. You talk about the earthquakes and the floods. You talk about famine and pestilence. When have you ever seen all this stuff happen on a greater scale than it has now in the past, 4, 5, 6 years? And it's even picked up even more in the last 2 years. So much stuff is happening. These prophecies are coming. They're coming. They ain't no joke. This shit is happening real time. And people think everything is by circumstance and coincidences and all sorts of natural stuff. Yeah, it's a natural disaster that's called by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, because this place is about to go down. All the wickedness and every goddamn thing. You know? Just came from New Orleans, man. And it's amazing looking at how the women dressed up out there, showing their bodies while they walking with men. It's amazing. Man, the wickedness. I was looking at nothing but momos, holding hands. I'm like, what the fuck? This place gotta go, man. Gots to go. You know, but people sit up here and think everything is about to be happy, happy, joy, joy. And a lot of people, and you know what? I gotta say this. I was talking to my brother on the ride home back to Chicago. And he thinking that ain't nothing gonna happen. People been saying stuff is gonna be happening for the last couple of years. No, man. No, see, there lies the issue. You sit up here and think that it ain't gonna happen because it hasn't happened yet. Motherfuckers gonna get caught off guard. And that's the problem with a lot of people. Gonna sit up here and think it ain't gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. Let me go to that Habakkuk real quick. You know, talk to him almost the whole ride coming back home. And he's sitting up here thinking that everything is gonna be okay, man. America this, America that. He trusts in this place, man. And it's gonna, I'm sorry to say, it's gonna be to his destruction. But this Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord thy power answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And all these prophecies, man. All these prophecies, man. What the fuck you think is happening? All these prophecies are jumping off the books. You know? All this stuff was written aforetime, man. All this stuff was written. All this stuff was thought up. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, had the diagram and the blueprints for everything that was already happening before it even happened, before he made the world, before he made anything. All this was already written. All this was already made before anything came about. You know? And it's happening right now. And we reading about it and we see it real time. And motherfuckers think everything is a damn joke. But this is Habakkuk 2:3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry. And that's where you got a lot of people sitting up here thinking that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. The Al Green song. Not understanding. No, everything is not going to be all right. This place is through. Everything is not going to be all right. This place is done. Kaput, finish. You know, hey, how you doing, sir? Good morning to you. Stick a fork in it, man. You know, and my brother's thinking the same way. And sorry to say, man, if he keep thinking that way and keep believing in the system, he's gonna be destroyed with it. And that's just a fact. You gotta. It says, "Come." You know what? I'll get that in a minute. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and get that Micah 2:10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with its sure destruction. Hey, why you think that's in there? Arise ye and depart, for this is not our rest. This is not our happy place. Like I said, the whole time we was coming home, I'm going to get some property, do this, buy this, do this, do this. 2 years, I'm going here. That's what he's thinking. That's what he's thinking. No, that's a bad mind frame to be in. You know, we supposed to be in a repentful, a sorrowful state. Not in some goddamn mind frame where we going to be kicking it and going on cruises and going buying properties. That's no. It says, arise ye and depart, because this is not your rest. This ain't our fucking rest. Ain't nothing happy here. This the valley of the shadow of death, this whole goddamn world, man. And I'm talking about for you so-called black Latinos and Native Americans, you Israelites. This place ain't fun. This bullshit. You can't enjoy nothing. You niggas is fucking up. Your women don't want to do shit with you. Don't want to. Man, what? Fuck this place. The motherfuckers want to be here. Some garbage. And you're going to be destroyed here with it if you love it so much. As a matter of fact, man, let me go ahead and grab this. Where's Jeremiah? Jeremiah 17.